Let's travel back in time to the ancient land of Canaan. We're about to dive into a story that is so epic, so full of drama and meaning, it honestly feels like it was written for the big screen. This is the saga of Yusuf, or as you might know him, Joseph.
So, what's the big idea we're exploring here? It's that this incredible story presents a unified vision. We're going to see how the accounts in the Quran, the Bible, and the Torah line up in this really amazing way, giving us these powerful shared lessons about life.
All right, let's start at the very beginning with our first section, a shared ancient saga. Our story kicks off with the patriarch Yaqub, who you might also know as Jacob. The Quran paints him as a prophet with this unwavering belief in Tawheed, which is the core Islamic concept of the absolute oneness of God. In both scriptures, his deep faith really sets the spiritual stage for all the drama that's about to unfold in his family.
And this is where things really start to get interesting. Section 2, the dreamer's prophetic vision.
So now we meet the man of the hour, the young Yusuf. He's his father's favorite son, he's handsome, and he's got that famous coat of many colors. Then one night, he has this incredibly vivid, divine dream. He sees 11 stars, the sun and the moon, and they're all bowing down to him. This one vision, right here, it's the spark that lights the fuse for the entire story.
And check this out. The way the texts align here is just fascinating. In the Quran, his father Yaqub gets it immediately. He warns Yusuf, hey, do not tell your brothers about this, they're going to plot against you. But in Genesis, Joseph goes ahead and tells them directly, and well, their jealousy just explodes. Either way, the result is exactly the same. Everyone knows this dream is a big deal, and it cranks up the family tension to a dangerous level.
And you can probably guess where all that tension and jealousy is heading. That brings us right to our third section, betrayal and the well.
Just picture this scene. Yusuf's older brothers are out in the desert, their hearts just boiling with envy. Fueled by that resentment, they grab him, they rip that beautiful coat right off his back, and they throw him into a deep, dark well. It's a shocking, cinematic moment of betrayal.
And again, both scriptures zoom in on this critical moment. The Quran records the brothers debating what to do, kill Yusuf or cast him out. Genesis tells the exact same story, but in both versions there's this last-minute pivot. Instead of killing him and having his blood on their hands, they decide to sell him to passing traders. It's a shared, crucial turning point in the story.
So Yusuf is sold into slavery, and his life takes this wild, unpredictable turn, bringing us to section 4 of his incredible journey, from prison to palace.
Now in Egypt, Yusuf ends up in the house of a very important official. But here, he faces a massive test of his integrity. His master's wife tries to seduce him, but he refuses and runs, crying out, I seek refuge in Allah. His character is solid as a rock, but it doesn't matter. He gets falsely accused and thrown into prison anyway.
You'd think this is rock bottom, right? But it's actually in prison that his divine gift starts to shine. He meets a cupbearer and a baker, and he perfectly interprets their dreams. And guess what? Genesis tells the exact same story, almost word for word. So even in a dungeon, his reputation as a dream interpreter begins to grow.
So years go by. And then the ruler of Egypt, the pharaoh himself, starts having these bizarre, troubling dreams. He dreams of 7 fat, healthy cows being eaten by 7 skinny, sickly ones. Nobody in the kingdom can figure it out, and it becomes a national crisis. This is the moment Yusuf has been preparing for his whole life, even if he didn't know it.
Just think about this arc for a second. It is absolutely incredible. He's falsely accused, thrown in prison, becomes the go-to guy for interpreting dreams, gets summoned to the royal court, and is then appointed vizier. He becomes the second most powerful man in all of Egypt. It's a breathtaking rise from the absolute bottom to the very top.
Of course, with great power comes great responsibility, and in Yusuf's case, a great test. That leaves us to section 5, reunion and forgiveness. Just as Yusuf predicted, a massive famine hits the entire region. And this is where we see a really important theme come to life, tawakkul. That's the Islamic idea of having complete and total trust in God's plan, no matter what. It's this deep faith that got Yusuf through decades of betrayal and hardship, all leading to this moment.
And that moment arrives when his brothers, the very same ones who sold him into slavery, show up in Egypt desperate for grain. They have no idea who they're talking to. So here's the ultimate question, right? After everything they did to him, after all the years of suffering, what is Yusuf going to do?
And the climax, wow. It's one of the most powerful moments in all of Scripture. He doesn't seek revenge. Instead, he reveals himself with pure grace, saying, I am Yusuf. No blame upon you today. Allah will forgive you. It's the absolute peak of his spiritual journey. He chooses forgiveness.
And just like that, the prophecy from his childhood dream is fulfilled. His family bows to him, not out of force, but out of respect and pure relief. The family is finally reunited. And then there's this beautiful miracle. His father Yaqub, who had gone blind from decades of grief, gets his sight back the moment he embraces his long-lost son.
So let's pull all these incredible threads together in our final section. One story, one message.
So, when you boil it all down, what can we take away from this amazing story? Well, it's packed with these timeless truths. Envy tears people apart, but forgiveness has the power to rebuild. Our trials actually make us stronger. Patience pays off. And through it all, faith is what keeps us going.
The bottom line is this. Yusuf's saga isn't a point of conflict between religions. It's a powerful, shared story. And in this shared heritage, we don't find reasons to be divided. We find a mirror that reflects our collective soul, our shared struggles, and our incredible capacity for forgiveness and redemption.
And that really leaves us with one last thing to think about. If this one story holds so much wisdom that we all share, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other shared stories are out there that have the power to bring us all a little bit closer?